Hello and good evening or good morning. My name is Hudson. I am a sophomore at Oka University and I'm studying abroad in Japan this semester. This is my daily project to keep track of my time and the things that I've done here. And this is day 5. Hi. Um, Again, a very kind of relaxed day today. I spent the most of my morning just inside, keeping not really my energy up, but I had gotten dressed previously, so I didn't want to get all sticky and sweaty before I had gone out to my second day of orientation, which was academic integration related. Today's going to be a very, very short episode, considering that I was only out and about for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. I had spent my morning, like I said, very, very calmly with not a whole lot of excitement. So, trying to think of anything exciting that I did aside from waking up relatively late. I've gotten used to my mattress, which is good in all essences of the event. I'm no longer waking up at extremely ungodly hours. I've gotten my calendar sorted. I did that this morning, making sure all of my engagements for the rest of the week are in order. After I left at around my appointment. I say appointment, but the scheduled meeting was in the multimedia hall in the Nakayama campus. Pardon me. Nakayama campus. And I had made my way over there and kind of timed myself. I left at around 1:04. I needed to be there at 1:30, and I made it there with plenty of time to spare. I was actually waiting a couple minutes, so I got there at about 1:21. So maybe a 15-minute walk from Gotonyama to Nakamaya. So good in that sense that I now know it takes about 15 minutes if I'm speed walking or just hurrying in general without running. So about a 15-minute walk from here to there. So if I take more time, 20 minutes. So not a terrible walk, just 2 left turns and I'm there. The meeting was relatively short. It was scheduled to be about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It ended up being an hour 15, maybe only an hour long. First little bit consisted of our main advisor, an older man who had spent some time here previously and actually lived in Japan for about a year when he was in college, and then moved to Japan as part of his career plan. Now he teaches business here at Kansai Garai. So that was his kind of introduction. He just kind of went over everything briefly and mentioning how COVID procedures would be going down and how to get in touch with our counselors and teachers. Mentioned about how to add and drop classes, which was mainly the kind of beginning orientation. He mentioned travel. He consistently highly recommended staying the full year, which is kind of a shame, but considering I'm on track for my neuroscience major, I really cannot afford to spend a full year here, which is kind of a shame, but I think the half a year is good enough an experience for me, and if it really, really hits home, then I can always come back, especially later down the line in my career. Who knows? Maybe they're in dire need of a neuroscientist or a neurosurgeon even here in Japan. Although I doubt I'd stay in Osaka. I might go to some a little more high profile. You never know. Never know. Future's always open, especially for a doctorate career. With any luck, I'll be flown all over the world to do specialized cases with a specialized degree. So here's to hoping. After, I can't remember his name. He did kind old man with a white mustache. His mask kept slipping down. He didn't stress the importance of the COVID mandates, so that's why I kept noticing his mask falling down, which I thought was ironic. Out of all the people that spoke, him and three other Asian women, all of them older. The first one that spoke that he kind of gestured to and invited to speak was the scheduling counselor, and she introduced herself and said, "Please don't hate me, just in case everyone didn't get what they wanted. I got exactly what I wanted." I'd love to say as per usual, but that's not the case. Then the event coordinator for all things international was next, and she mentioned, um, again, she reiterated a lot of what the other man had said, and just kind of pointed out the importance of COVID protocols, and mentioned that tomorrow will be another seminar for, pardon me, housing and safety orientation, which not includes only like housing and stuff, but also weather alerts and how to function being in an emergency situation. Apparently, that also includes classes and travel. So I guess safety kind of falls within travel. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. It doesn't happen again until 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. And then the last woman to speak mentioned uh, more things that will be touched on tomorrow, and kind of reiterated again what the other man had said, but provided that she was going to expand more on it tomorrow regarding more clubs and things. And she was the head person to talk to in the CIE, which is the coordinator for international something that starts with the letter E. So after those four had talked, the older man opened it up to questions, and a lot of more broad questions were asked, simply like what happens in earthquakes, what job classes, stuff for internships. The internships turns out are actually very interesting. They only open up for 1 day. It's kind of like a 1 day experience with another Japanese company. And they only offer them to the full year students, or at least the spring students. So nothing can get in the way of one, leaving home for the holidays for the winter break, and two, is once your contract is over with the housing department, you're kind of forcibly obligated to leave. So they opened it up to the spring semester to lower the stress of trying to get in and out during the winter semester, as well as it made it easier for businesses. And it also doesn't line up with the second term Japanese semester, which they don't start school until late April, which I didn't know. So I learned that today about the second term Japanese students. After the seminar, I went to. I was going to go and explore the other McDonald's that's located in Go Nagiyama. Nagiyama. I'm all tongue tied. Nakimaya. And turns out, as I had overheard some of the students talking as I walked toward it, that's going to open for good on the 11th. And as of right now, it's unreliably open and closing. So I decided to skip that and just see. I'll test out International McDonald's at a later date. And instead, I walked back to Gotonyama in the UE Commons, and I got myself a lunch at the 7-Eleven, which is now open. Ramen, a can of Japanese orange Fanta, and some more of the chocolates, which were actually quite good. I was also given a pair of chopsticks with my ramen purchase, which I haven't gotten before. And they're not labeled with anything 7-Eleven related, just the brand for the chopsticks, which I thought was interesting. I haven't had that before. But I ran into my Swiss friend on my way in. He was talking with a girl from California, so I didn't want to interrupt him walking back from the seminar. So I let him have his moment there. But we said hello, ran to some more friends that are heading to Kyoto in the lobby of UA, and I walked back upstairs after saying hello, had a little chat, and I walked upstairs to start my ramen. Forgot to read the instructions again, and I neglected to pour out the excess water when the noodles had stopped cooking, so I had a little bit more soupy ramen. But it was fine. It was spicy. It was quite tasty. And that's kind of been it. Again, a very, very mild day. I've spent my time up here. I have nothing really to show for my day aside from earlier. So tomorrow will be different because I have more things to do during the day. But I'm also going to get up earlier and see if I can just kind of familiarize myself more with surrounding. And it turns out a lot of things are closed on Wednesdays too. I was noticing that. I was planning a set after McDonald's failed me. I was planning on visiting a coffee shop called the Coffee Wizard. And I don't really frequent coffee shops, but it had Wizard in it, and I had to see what it was about. But they're closed as well. So, and I saw a sign previously that said closed on Wednesdays. So I wondered if they follow a similar regime. But we'll find out tomorrow. Again, I will walk around and see and make sure make sure our schedules run and such. So, yeah, it's kind of been my day. I know it is about 1:41 here. Back home, it will be 20 till 10. So, just waking up, or depending on how early you work, you've been up for a while. So, yeah, very, very calm day. I was going to do laundry today. I suppose I'll have to do that tomorrow after my summer, but I don't have the coinage to do it. I have just enough, technically, to get a full load of laundry done. However, laundry machines don't take ones. I only have one. I have about 5, 6, $1, 1 yen coins, a lot less than $1. So I have exactly 300 yen in my pocket. One, lots of ones, which are super weird and super light. They feel like plastic. Don't sound like plastic, but they sound like plasticky coins, which I think is fun. Very, very thin metal. And then I've got a 5, a couple of 100s, a bunch of 10s, and 150. So I know I have the funds to do it. I just need to find someone that's willing and able to exchange a bunch of 1 yen coins for at least a 5, or be a 50 if I can get lucky. But yeah, that's been my day. Well, again, a lot short episode today. I tried. Oh, for breakfast, I tried the chocolate. I'm not gonna grab. They're like chocolate chip breadsticks, and they taste like a chocolate chip bagel, but a lot more fluffy. It's like a breadstick, but a lot sweeter, and it's breakfast food, which I'm fine with. So my yogurt has been added. My breadsticks have been added to my yogurt breakfast, and I think that's gonna be a nice consistent because who doesn't love chocolate covered strawberry? I also purchased some Pocky today for the first time, so that was nice. But yeah, that's been it. That's about it. I haven't done anything extra special. Nothing changed from yesterday. I'm gonna see if I can hang out with any new friends, make some new friends maybe. See if I can talk to someone on my way out at the seminar, and yeah, see how that goes. But again, very, very slow day. 7 minutes shorter than my usual episodes. But yeah, everything's good. Everything's nice and easy. Thank you for listening. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Arigato.